There's an old Hebrew proverb about King David's leadership of Israel, and it says this, that David cared for Israel with a true heart, and he led them with skillful hands. That reminds me of the great basketball coach John Wooden. Wooden first became a basketball coach for Indiana State Teachers College, and this was in the late 1940s after he returned from serving his country in the Navy. He had one player on his team who was an African-American player. His name was Clarence Walker. And at this point in history, in the postseason basketball tournament, African-American players were not allowed to play. Coach Wooden's team, Indiana State Teachers College, qualified. They won their conference and they qualified for the postseason tournament. But Wooden declined the invitation of the postseason tournament, which shocked the basketball world. That had never been done before. The next season, Indiana State was even better. They won their conference again, and they, of course, were invited to play in the postseason tournament. The basketball authorities approached Coach Wooden, and they said, listen, we know you will not play unless Clarence is able to play. You'll not come to the tournament. And so we want to suggest this idea, that Clarence could come and stay with an African-American family. He can't stay with the team and can't make a personal appearance with the team. But if he does that, then we'll allow him to be the first African-American player to play in the postseason tournament. Coach Wooden said no. But Clarence's parents came to Coach Wooden and asked if he would reconsider, which he did. On the team's way to Kansas City, where the postseason tournament was held, the team pulled into restaurants that wouldn't serve Clarence. Coach Wooden made all the players get back on the bus. He sent some players into grocery stores to purchase food that the team could then eat on the bus. They eventually made it to Kansas City. They performed well in the tournament, went all the way to the finals where they lost to the University of Louisville. And the next year, the postseason was opened up to all African-American players. Coach Wooden, you see, cared about his players, all of his players. And that's one of the reasons they wanted to give their best efforts. They wanted to align their behavior with Coach Wooden's goals. And that's one of the reasons why he had a tremendous career as a basketball coach. In fact, he's been recognized as one of the greatest coaches of all sports in history. Coach Wooden's story is relevant to you because you also have to care about the people you're responsible for leading. If you don't, they can feel that. And people do not respond to leaders they don't connect with, who don't care about them. So that's why it's essential to get people into leadership positions who really care about the people they're responsible for leading, or they will never achieve their potential, nor will the organization they're responsible for leading.